Hello, my name is Sebbi and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Wednesday, January 10th, 2024. Today will be the first demo lecture and interview for a professor position in my life. That's exciting. Well, that's super cool. I will have a second demo lecture and interview on a Saturday, so it's really an exciting week. It's a packed week, it's a chaotic week, since it's also the first full week back at work after the Christmas break. Man, that's crazy and exciting. What a start into the new year. I hope that they will like what I have prepared for my demo lecture and for the scientific talk, and I hope they will also enjoy what I will answer during the interviews, so that in the end they decide, okay, Sebbi should be appointed as our new professor. That would be good. That would be very good. Cat, do you agree with that? I think you just like to have the salmon, right? Yes. Cat just wanted to have the salmon. Alright, let's step outside. I saw at least one bee flying about. So the bees have survived their relocation. The bee nest is still full of honey. I still have to use the campfire to smoke the bees and grab their honey. I'm not quite sure if I need to remove the campfire afterwards so that they resume their bee activities. We'll find out. We'll find out soon. Let's get over to Monument Valley and think a little bit about the monument while talking about this application process. So yeah, I'm really happy that I got invited. I'm even more happy that I got invited, considering the fact that I wrote these applications while I was sick. The applications were due roughly a week after I returned from Iceland. I fell sick quite quickly after returning from Iceland, so I had to write these applications while I was not feeling great. And still, they decided to invite me, which is super cool, super exciting. Today, as said, my very first demo lecture interview for a professor position in my life. I already was on the opposite side. I already was in a search committee to appoint a professor at my university. So I know a little bit about how the process is going, what things might happen, and this is just how it looked like after the explosion, or is this Enderman situation here? I don't know. They are confusing me, these guys. Anyways, I know a little bit about the process. Of course, every search committee is different. Every university is different, so there might be changes. But overall, I at least know a little bit about that process. This time, however, I'm on the opposite side, so now I'm the one who gets interviewed and who has to answer and who has to show that he's the right person for that position. We will see if I can manage to do so. Especially, I have to talk so much today that I can't really focus on that one. Let's watch the trees and get some charcoal, hopefully, while continuing to talk about the application process. Today, the professor position is professor for human factors. I'm not entirely sure what the main focus of that human factors research will be, because human factors is basically everything and nothing. So that's good and bad at the same time. I mean, if I would be appointed as professor, I think I have lots of freedom. On the other hand, they can have various expectations for what they understand under human factors, and so yeah, that's the challenging part of it. Yeah, so human factors. So the as already, I think I mentioned it last time, but let's just repeat it. The entire day, the entire invitation looks like that I do have a 20-minute demo lecture of a given topic. Then I have a 20-minute talk about my research or something else where I'm completely free to decide. And this is followed by the interview. After each talk, there is a 10-minute time frame for questions and answers. They ask questions, or the audience asks questions. I have to answer them. We'll see. We'll see what kind of questions they ask. The topic for today, for this human factors professor, is a bit, well, not strange, but I felt it was kind of a difficult topic, kind of hard topic. It's human factors in one of the prominent, of the key areas of social work, or however it was framed. Basically, they gave me 3 choices. Either I should go for some help for the youth, or for resocialization, or for migration. I mean, I'm not that familiar with any of these topics, because that's not really part of my normal research. So yeah, I do have some good ideas. I prepared a lecture, of course. I will first define a little bit human factors, talk a little bit about migration, then identify migrants and, well, local helpers as the key players when it comes to the analyzers. And I will give 2 examples. One example coming from my experience with the emergency service, when we had to get to some people who migrated to Germany. I mean, this is really hands-on example. Fits perfectly into the social work area. I will also discuss an example with some international students who migrated to Germany and how they need help. Finally, I will try to bend the topic towards things I know better, so I will then cross over to the topic of, hey, when it comes to human factors and migration, there's not only the migrants and the local helpers, there's also the local people that might object migration, or that are against having migrants in their neighborhood or so. So I will give an example where virtual reality, or where some research I know about virtual reality, could be handy to educate the local population, to reduce a little bit the anxiety, the fear the concerns about migrants. And yeah, I think then 20 minutes are already over. So that's at least my plan, how I like to tackle the topic of human factors and migration. Not quite sure if this is what they expect, but that's what they get. That's what they get, and just can hope that they like it. For my research talk, I decided, okay, it would fit perfectly into the entire topic, especially considering maybe some aid for use, or maybe to some degree resocialization. I discuss my research about the gambling in virtual reality and the risks of gambling in virtual reality. So I feel that this is a topic that also suits very well that kind of subject for the professor position. It suits pretty well the subject for today, with those three key factors of social work. And yeah, I will hope that this will convince them. I also need to pay attention that I stick to these 20 minutes. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, but sometimes when you get into the process of just talking, it can be difficult that you're just getting too much into a flow of talking, and all of a sudden you spend too much time, especially when doing teaching. So I think I have to pay a little bit more attention this time to the timer, and 20 minutes isn't much time, so that's definitely a concern. Yeah, so that's for today. It's also interesting that they require me to bring all kinds of documents to prove that I exist, and that all the things I mentioned in my CV are things I did, so to say. So they want to see my certificate of birth. They want to see my passport. I want to see all kinds of diplomas, from high school diploma up to my doctorate diploma. They want to see some proof that I also worked outside of university. And yeah, that's oh yes, and they want to see my current contract for whatever reason. So yeah, there's so much paper to be carried to this application. That's or to this appointment, to this interview today. That's also crazy. I'm really excited how it goes. I think I don't have to think too much about the interview. I mean, whatever question they ask, I will just give an answer. I'm good at talking, so I'm not really that concerned about that one. I will, yeah, I will just talk. So and give whatever answer. If they give me the chance to ask some questions, I will also maybe ask some creative questions or so. Concerning the interview, I'm kind of excited how it goes on Saturday, because it's the same university, it's the same institute, so I assume there will be a huge overlap of the members in the search committee. And in this case, I'm not quite sure if they ask exactly the same questions again, or if they just say, okay, we can skip the interview on Saturday. I don't know. This is still an open question. We will see how this goes. For Saturday, I also got most of the things ready to go. They are there I need to do a little bit more polishing. The lecture topic is really suiting me. It's about the future of storytelling. So transmedial ways, forms of storytelling and immersive media. It's basically exactly what I know about. So this talk should be easy, or this teaching should be easy. Creating the slides was very easy because I just had to use some slides from my current lectures. So this was easy. I just have to be very careful with this lecture to stick to these 20 minutes, as I know so much about this topic and it could be too easy to discuss too many examples, then forget about time, and all of a sudden, oh no, time is over already. I haven't covered all of my slides. So yeah. Need to see about that one. Need to see about that on how this goes. There I will then, as my research topic, discuss teaching and learning with virtual reality. I mean, this is also a thing I basically had ready all the time because I'm using it for my own teaching. I wrote my PhD thesis about it, so I'm definitely an expert in that. In this case, this is kind of thankful application, and yeah, that's basically what I have to do, what I've prepared, what my current situation is. I'm not quite sure how early they expect me. So basically today my presentation, I am scheduled to start at 10:30. I think I will get there by 10:10 or something like that. I'm not quite sure how early they expect me. I hope 20 minutes ahead of time is the right time. We'll see. I mean, then I can adjust for Saturday. It's really a little bit the unknown aspect of doing this for the first time, and then we'll see what comes out of this. Yeah. So much about the application process for a professor position. On Sunday we can discuss more about it, how it went, how I felt, what did I experience, and yeah, have some kind of review of the entire situation. Yeah, I guess that's all for now with respect to at least this. And we'll see if in the end I will become professor, or if not. And even if not, I mean, this is the great thing about. Right, I'm quite sure if this is a great thing, but it's a relaxing thing, or a comforting thing also. Because I basically was thinking, okay, by the end of this year, I change to, if no professor position appears and I'm not appointed as professor, I will switch over for a year or two, depending how it goes, to the emergency service to just do something else as a full-time job. And so far, they really like to get me as a full-time employee. They really seem to enjoy my work, my company, my ambition. So yeah, I feel like a little bit more relaxed. Like, okay, when this fails, when this application now fails, then still nothing is lost. I'm not too dependent on the result. Sure, don't get me wrong, it would be super awesome to end up being a professor. Why is there a skeleton horse? Has the skeleton horse survived? As we defeated some skeletons on a horse, or is this a new skeleton horse over there? I don't know. I just remember that I had a fight with these skeleton guys on this little island. So yeah, this is definitely, dang Enderman over there. This is definitely a relaxing position because it makes me, I said, relaxed, more free, and so I think I will be even more natural, more like, okay, this is truly who I am, because I'm quite sure they want to know that person and not some kind of theater play or so. The cat is super cool. I still enjoy my cat I constructed. That's also what my professor said. He was super happy, super amazed about the great news. Not only that I got an acceptance at one of his favorite conferences, so he gets another paper there. But also, I told him, hey, I got 2 invitations for 2 professor positions. He was super over the moon, super excited, super happy. And yeah, he also meant one has to be really put thoughts into basically everything. I mean, don't overdress when you're not normally wearing suits. Don't wear a suit basically, because they want also to learn about the person, the true person, and not a fake person, so to say. But I think I'm good enough with this kind of small talk situation that I can somehow find my way through it. Anyways, we'll see it. It's just the thing that, as I said, I mean, I'm kind of relaxed that no matter how it goes, in the end I still will have a good ending for me with the ending of 2024. So this makes things even more relaxed, and hence I can. There's no pressure basically. This is always good. Also good is the effect that my packet of Christmas sweets I sent to Canada to our good friend Promi has finally arrived. Finally, after 1.5 months or so. I shipped it on November 24th, and it arrived January 9th in Canada. Might be already January 10th in Germany, but that's how time goes. So it has been really 1.5 months until it arrived. I was even afraid because I had a phone call with DHL asking them, hey, what's with the packet? And they told me that the October shipments are currently stuck in the Panama Canal because the Panama Canal has not enough water. And so the big freight ships can't continue. So I was thinking, oh no, are my Christmas sweets now melting in the strong sun of Panama? But luckily they didn't. They arrived. Everything arrived intact, and they were super happy about it. So that's cool. This really cheered me up too. So everything ended well. Everything ended in a good way. Finally, it ended in a good way because I was really concerned. Promise delivery arrived here roughly 10 days after he shipped it. And mine took 1.5 months or so. But this was also because no one told me, at least the post office guy didn't tell me that the normal shipment, not the express one, is using cargo ships instead of an airplane. And I was just thinking, okay, if I go for express, they really hurry and throw the packet on the next plane possible. And if I'm not going for express, they take their normal processing time. They fly it out there anyways. But I was wrong. We had this discussion last year already. And I was really confused about, okay, why ship? Why do they use a freight ship for that one? Anyways, it arrived. It arrived intact, so that's cool. That's super nice. Yeah, with these great news, with these exciting news, it is time to end this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will be joining me on Sunday for a professor application review, so to say. I think we are not really making progress with that 2023 monument when it continues like this. There are so many things to talk about. But yeah, maybe we can start with the monument next time. And if not, then I mean we have definitely something to talk about thanks to this application process and this interview. With that, I hope you keep your fingers crossed for me. I hope I see you again on Sunday for the just mentioned review. Until then, my name is Sebbi. See you!